Irate. We say irate. Irate. We say irate. How you doing? How are you doing? It's Free's great to be here. How you doing? We said irate. 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 All right, people. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up your right. You see, preacher man, don't tell me that your heaven is under the earth. I know you don't know what right is really what. It's not all that glitters is gold. Half the stories they never told us, and now we've seen the light. Stand up for your right. Hey, get up, stand up. Did you hear? Stand up for your right. One more time. Get up, stand up. Whoa, whoa, don't give up the fight. Good afternoon, listeners from Africa, Nigeria, here in the United States, and around the world. This is Smart Mado Ajaja, the CEO of ONN. Yes, at Channel 1 on ONN on YouTube and the Nightingale Radio International. How are you all doing? I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you had a great Saturday. Yes, we are heading into a new week. Are you ready? Yes, are you ready for it? Yes, today we are going to be talking about the United States. We've neglected talking about the United States for a very long time. So join us, and as you join, you share. As you join, you like. As you join, you click. As you join, you click the notification button. So whenever we are here, you'll be able to know. And let us thank all our fans from Nigeria, across Africa, and around the world for the great job that they are doing, supporting us to grow and be that big force that we had always wanted to be. It's not easy, building an organic YouTube channel, and that is the determination we made, that we're going to make a huge organic YouTube channel. Yeah, where you come and meet real people who are ready to talk, people who are ready to engage, people who are ready to talk passionately, or dispassionately about issues in various countries and the world at large. You are welcome. And if you are just joining us for the very first time, there is something we do. We welcome you passionately and warmly to the ONN channel. And then urge you to subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to our channel and engage us in discussions, ask us questions. Yes, we'll do our best to answer every question that is put across to us. Where we are not able to immediately answer those questions, we will find a resource persons who will be able to address them later as we go on, or in our next broadcast. We always put into consideration things that we were not able to do in any current broadcast, so address those issues. Here, we do not tolerate hate. We are non-racial. We are for the people of the world. We don't tolerate hate. We don't tolerate disrespect. We don't tolerate trollers here. Just come here, listen to our message, contribute. If you have something to say, we'll be very happy. So, and to our returning subscribers, we can't love you enough for the great things you have done to get us where we are right now, from 250 to nearly 5,000 right now, and we are going until we get to that million mark, and I am sure that with you we will get there. So share this broadcast as you join, get more people involved, because this one is a very important discussion for those who live here in the United States. Yes, so the question is an open-ended question And we hope to see an interactive session. Let us hear your voice. So those who make policies for this country will be able to, take them and then look at them and perhaps, get influenced and do things that will, be helpful to all of us. Yes, that is what we represent here. Yes, we are not anti-people. We are for the people, and we will speak the truth the way we are directed to speak it by the Almighty. Yes, that is where the only man who tells us what to do. Yes, everything you hear from us is something that has to do with morality and conscience and not politics. We are not driven by partisan politics because politics divides the people. Yes, politics divides the people. And if you look at me, you see I'm a Rasta man. Rastas bring people together. They never divide the people. So that is what we represent. So join us as we talk about this. Now the question is the President Donald Trump taking America in the right direction? Yes. And do you think he's derailing? Where are those campaign promises? That is what we're going to be talking about today. So let us hear from you. Let us hear your opinion. Yes, you remember the months, the weeks, and the days running to that election. It was a heated debate about the way forward. And he came with the mantra of making America great again. Yes, this is, we are now in August, January, about 8 months after. Yes. Are we heading in that direction of American greatness? Are we derailing? Are we doing everything right? What has been done? What do you think should be done? Do you go to the grocery stores? What is taking place in the grocery stores? Are you able to buy as much grocery as you were able to buy in the past with $100? When you take $100 to the store to buy grocery, what are you getting enough of what the commodities you had gone out to buy? These are some of the questions we'll be answering. On a domestic issue, a lot of problems, cuts in healthcare, cut in education funding. You think it is in the best interest of Americans? So here, let us hear from you. And on the international scene, yes, the foray into Iran, the foray into Gaza and all that is taking place. Yeah, the Epstein's file. All these are questions we should be asking ourselves today at this station. Please be here, be open, be respectful, and show love for America. Yes, so this is the time for us to show love for this country. So talk passionately about this. It's not about politics. It's about reality. Are you benefiting? Yes, January till now. Has anything changed that is impacting you positively? This is a question for all Americans. This is a question for all those who love this country. So bring your ideas, bring your opinion. Let's talk about it. Yes, that is exactly what we are talking about. The question is President Donald Trump taking the United States in the right direction? Yes. Where do you want this country to be? Where is it right now? Where was it last year? About this time last year? Has anything changed? What do you want to see change? What adjustment do you want the president to make? What adjustment do you want the Congress to make America truly great? Yes, organically. Yes, beyond the rhetoric. This is the question for all of us. Where are you? We are waiting on you. Join. We want to see a full house as we talk about this. Yes, the issue about the domestic policies on agriculture, healthcare, education. Yes, national security. Yes, and other issues. Then on the foreign scene, they talk about a brewing war, Third World War, the war in Ukraine. Yeah, the war in Ukraine, the confusion in Gaza. Yes, Africa, all over the place. Yes, President Donald Trump came with the mantra of ending wars. Yes. You think we are in that direction? Yes. Hallelujah. All right, we are waiting on you. Leo Frederick, thank you for joining. Bob Marley portrait behind you. Yes. Bob Marley portrait behind me. Bob Marley is my brother because I'm a Rasta man. All right, what do you know about Bob Marley? Let us hear. So today we are talking about the direction America is growing. You and I are workers. I work in healthcare. I am out morning to night from Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturdays and Sunday. Like today, when I finish this broadcast, I'm going to have to see some patients that need my help. And that's sin. The court healthcare delivery is becoming so much expensive and out of reach of the poor people. Don't you think the president should focus on in that area to solve the healthcare problem in this country? For the size of America, I would believe that America is strong and powerful enough to decisively do something about its healthcare delivery that is out of reach of millions. And I'm talking about over 44 million, going to 50 million with the cuts and all that is taking place right now. More people will not be able to afford medical care, so which means death sentence. So I would think that the president should refocus. What do you think? And that is exactly why we are here, asking these questions. Are right here at the domestic level. Cost of education, the cuts in educational funding, to whose advantage is it? Are more Americans going to be educated, or more Americans will drop out of school for lack of funds, to be able to go through the school system? So these are questions that we are expecting each and every one of us to contribute to. So at the end of the day, those who are close to the administration, who come here to listen to our broadcast, they'll be able to take something back to the president and his team and the Congress, those who make policies here in the United States. Where are you? We need a full house to talk about this. We need a big house to talk about this. Don't come with politics. Come with your citizenship of America. Come with patriotism. Come with your love for country. Don't come with hate. Don't come with anything. No, hate divides the people. That's what politicians do. We want those who can solve the problem, who will solve the healthcare problem in the United States decisively, who will solve the educational gap problem here in the United States decisively, who will solve an issue about the rising cost of buying goods and services here in this country. Here is it needs attention, and very, very urgently too. So let's talk about it. Are you here? Let us talk. We are waiting on you. So as you jump in, share this message. As you jump in, like what we're doing. As you jump in, comment, so the people will hear you, those who make things work, those who make the policies here. Yes, unemployment is rising here. Yeah, because things are getting high. Those who employ are crying about inability to pay because of the high cost of doing business. All right, so let us talk about it. The tariffs around the world, is it helping or hurting America? Yes, is it hurting? All right, Turnip 881, thank you for joining. Let us know where you are joining from. We are waiting on you. Let us hear from you. This is a serious issue that we are talking about. We are talking about healthcare. We are talking about education. We are talking about national security. We are talking about foreign policy. We are talking about Gaza. We are talking about Ukraine. We are talking about Africa. We are talking about everything. So let us hear from you. Yes, today we are focusing on the United States. And this is a very big one. So we look forward to hearing your opinion. And as you come, share this message. Share the message, comment, like, and let us hear your own opinion. It's very, very important that we hear from you. All right. Yes. Remember all the time during the campaigns what all the candidates talked about. And then the people of America made a decision. And we made a choice hoping that we will get the best out of our choice, the choice that we made. And I think we are in a position to hold those that we choose accountable for what is happening or what is not happening, for the situation and the state of the country right now. What can we do to bring down the rising cost of buying food in this country? Yes, you go to the grocery with $100, $200, depending on your status. What are you able to buy? What are you able to buy? Do you feel that it's any positive difference? Or do you feel that it's any negative difference? This is a question for all of us. Let us talk like citizens and not like enemies. Let's not talk as party members. Let's not come in defense of our political party. Let's talk in defense of our country. Let's talk in defense of our children. Let's talk in defense of education. Let's talk about healthcare. Let's talk about everything that makes America stand out. Yes. What do you think? Share your opinion. Yeah, we want to make this as interactive as possible. What is your opinion? Where do you stand on all these opinions? Where do you stand on what is taking place in Gaza? Where do you stand on what is taking place in Ukraine, between Ukraine and Russia? Because we had a president who made a promise that he was going to end it. Sometimes we hear escalations about confrontation between the United States and Russia. Sometimes we hear that the United States now has decided to fund Ukraine with the armament. That does not look like ending the war. How true those are, we need to know. What do you feel? What do you think? Does America need another war, external war? Or America needs to focus on domestic issues? Yes, that will put Americans first. That will put Americans first. So, where are you? We want to hear from you. We want to hear your opinion. We want you to share with love. We want you to share with love for country. We want you to share with patriotism. We want to hear your opinion about all these things. Yes, healthcare, so important. A lot of people will lose access to healthcare in this country because of the rising cost, because of the insurance. How come we want to see the United States president and the United States Congress do something, declare a war on the healthcare issue in this country? I think that is one of the most important things that impact Americans. Yes, healthcare. America has all that it takes to make healthcare, access to healthcare, accessible and affordable, if not entirely free. How come the insurance companies cannot be reined in? How come that insurance companies make the decisions about who must live and who must die through their Jim Crow policies that prevent people from having the access to the highest level of care, yes, that they deserve in this country? This is the United States. This is not Nigeria. This is America. Yes, America has all that it takes to make healthcare delivery, its healthcare delivery free, or if not free, at least affordable and accessible to all Americans. Yes, don't you think that is an area the Congress and the president should declare a war? How come Canada is able to provide free healthcare for its people? How come Britain, Germany, Spain are able to provide access to healthcare to their citizens? And the almighty United States, yes, the almighty United States is not able to do it. So what is happening? So why are the insurance companies here so powerful that nobody can do anything about them? There is something is not right. I would think the president, he has the capacity, he has the wherewithal, he has everything to do something. The Congress can unite and do something about this nagging problem. This is not America. America can afford to make healthcare delivery free. Yes, to all citizens. To all citizens. What about the food that the people eat here in this country? Yes. What about the pharmaceuticals? They connive the pharmaceuticals, the food, and the beverage industry, and the insurance come together to pummel the people of America. Well, I would think that as president, as leaders in this country, as congressmen, that they can do something, and very urgently too, because I walk through this every day. I've had cost to buy medications for patients of mine that are not able to afford the cost of their medications. Yes, I've had cost to put my hands in my own pocket to buy food for people who are not able to feed, because they now have to make a choice between being able to buy their medications and feeding themselves in this great, great United States of America. Yes, it's time a war is declared on the pharmaceuticals. It's time a war is declared on the insurance company that make all these things happen. A lot of Americans are suffering. They speak out. I don't know if they are hearing them. So that is why I've taken the charge. I've taken the decision to speak on behalf of them as a frontline worker in the healthcare delivery system here in the United States. Something has to be done, and something should be done very urgently. Why is the system keeping quiet? Yes, the Obama did Obama. It wasn't even good enough. It wasn't good enough. The access issue was still there. Yes, America can afford to give free healthcare to its citizens. America can afford to educate its citizens for free. Yes, a lot of Americans come with a backload of students' loan that they cannot pay off in their lifetime. Yes, it shouldn't be so. There has to be a way. Yeah, education may not be entirely free, but they have to be subsidized to the level that parents and students can manage it. So, you know, how the people can be disenfranchised by making education inaccessible, by making healthcare inaccessible, by making access to medications inaccessible. Yes, by making access to very essential services inexpensive. Yes. This is the issue. These are the issues that I think any administration who want to make an impact and be remembered for what they did by the people of America, this is an area I believe that they should focus on to make America great. Linda Meyer, how are you? Great seeing you. All right, we've been talking about the United States. Are you from the U.S.? So if you are from the U.S., you may be a good person, to contribute to this, because you live through America every day. Yes, we are talking about the President Donald Trump's 8th month in office. 8 months, after 8 months in office. What do you think about the administration? What do you think about the direction America is being taken? Yes, what do you think? Yes, Canadian healthcare system is a failure. Okay, that's in the fan. He said Canadians healthcare is a failure. They literally can't get surgery. They have to come and pay the US. Is that right? But I'm not going to challenge this opinion. I'm hoping that we'll have a Canadian in the house who will be able to take this. Or are you from Canada? Okay, if you are from Canada, maybe you are speaking from the position of authority. And we want to hear, this is why we want to make this encounter such an interactive one. So you, the people, let the people talk. And then I moderate. But from what I am saying, yes. Okay, Linda Meyer says, I don't trust Trump. Can you tell us more about that? What do you think about the access to healthcare in the United States? And what do you think about the access to education right now under Donald Trump? What do you think? What do you think about the cost of buying grocery across the U.S.? So we want to hear. And then what do you think about the war in Ukraine? President Trump used that as a campaign rhetoric when he was campaigning, that he was going to end the war in Ukraine. But today the war is raging, and it looks like the United States under Donald Trump is taking a different route. The same route that Joe Biden took of backing Zelensky, to fight. Yes. All right. Now, so that's that. So I want more people to speak on these things. Yes, I went to the store the other day to buy some food items. There were some food items that I've never bought in the past. And then I decided to, take a peek at them. What I was told broke my heart. For real, it broke my heart. It broke my heart. Yes. And when it was over, the $200 that I went to the store with did not bring anything. For real. Hey, Jane, hi, how are you? Just Al. Why Bob Marley in background? Bob Marley is a Rasta man, and I'm a Rasta man. Bob Marley is a mentor to me. He's an inspiration. So I love him. So that is why I have him there. I have him very close to my heart. Yes. All right. Okay. Ned Desi Barra. All right. Okay. All right. Let us hear. We are talking about the United States. Yes. We are talking about the United States today. The state of the United States. Do you think President Donald Trump is taking the United States in the right direction? You remember President Trump came here talking about making America great, America first, and all that. All right. Do you believe he's in the right direction about making America great? Do you agree with some of the domestic policies that we have had? You believe in the cotton and Medicare funding for Medicare? Do you agree with that? That will escalate the cost of access to medical care. So let us hear from you. Do you agree with what is taking place in Gaza? Yes, the approach President Donald Trump has adopted. Yes, even as children are being bombarded in Gaza. Do you agree with that? Yes. Do you share in the opinion why was Iran bombed when they were not actively in a war with the United States? Those are policies, and those bombs cost a lot of money that I believe could have been put to use here for the poor here. Majority of the people, a lot of poor people here can't feed. They can't buy their medication. Yes. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Okay, let me hear this opinion here. Let me read it. Sensorum commentumen. All right. Let's think of it this way. Someone breaks into your house. Are you going to give them due process to kick them out of your house? Or are you going to kick them out? Are you going to kick them out? All right. Maybe I don't know what you are talking about. Are you talking about the deportation issue? Yeah, well, people come into America. America is a country of immigrants. That is what we were made to believe. I came here nearly 30 years ago. I came here through a due process. I am a nurse. I came here on a H-1A visa. Yes. Then I worked here as a nurse, regularized my stay, and worked my way through citizenship. Yes. People coming illegally is not something that I approve of, but a lot of people, if you know, America is a country that if you read through what this country is about, some came trying to escape persecution in their countries, and America took them in. Yes, it took them in. All right, gave them access to opportunity, became great people. Some of the people who came here, and some were forced down here, not because they wanted to come. There were some who came as slaves. They were created and boxed like dogs, transported across the Atlantic. Over 40 million of them were brought here against their wish. But they came here. We subjugated 400 years of slavery, 400 years of transatlantic slavery. They were stripped of their human dignity. They were traded like commodities before they said they were free. A lot of them died in the fight for freedom. Yes, some of them, their descendants became some of the greatest inventors here. I don't hold brief for criminals. Criminals are not good anywhere. If you find them that they are criminals, do what you have to do to criminals to them. Punish them, prosecute them as criminals. And then, if you have to rehabilitate them, rehabilitate them. If you have to deport them, deport them. Yes. So is that what we were talking about? But the act of random picking of people, raiding people everywhere, and then in the process, picking up Americans, bona fide Americans, some who were born here, and you transport them outside America because you want to deport people, I don't think that was fair. And that it never is fair. So that is what we are saying. A lot of those people came, and then they are contributing to the system. If you want to do that, I will believe that you have to carefully do it in a manner that will be fair. And then everybody will be happy that something right was done. But what is being done is done as if there is somebody is afraid of some people. They have all to have to go. You don't have to label people so bad in order to have your way. Yeah, we have a problem with that. Everybody who came here in this country, everybody who is in this country has one form of immigration or the other to go through. The Indians who were met here, yes, they can claim ownership of this country. So, but if your ancestors were from Europe and then you come here, yes, in the name of United States of America, and then you indiscriminately deport people, some people have problems with that. Yes, the approach. Yes, the approach. So if that's what you are talking about, that's my reaction. But and it's being done. Nobody is stopping them from doing whatever they are doing. So, but now we are talking about other campaign promises. Jack Barron, yeah, he said never trust a politician. I agree with you. I agree with you. I've been dealing with them all my life. Politicians are liars for the most part. All right. Just out, he said, but Trump, I don't agree. He deport mostly in my block. Well, so this is the issue. Now America has become a police state where people are scared. No, America is supposed to be a beacon of hope that it has for a very long time been. America is not supposed to be a police state. When people see the police now, they start fidgeting and start running and they are scared. This is un-America. This is not what America is about. Yes. So what kind of America is this? That people now are scared. You go to the store, you are scared that somebody is coming to come and pick you up. You go walking on the street, you are scared. It never was like that. We heard about this in Europe. Yeah, it was happening a lot in Europe. So what is going on? What is going on? Yes. Others, by the way, what about the food in America? What about the ability to buy food in America? We were told that the cost of grocery was going to drop and drop so drastically that Americans will be happy again and enjoy food, which is the most important thing here. Yes, the cost of rent is skyrocketing. People cannot afford buying houses anymore. How are you going to buy a house when there is inflation and there is no increase in wages? Yes, and then these prices are skyrocketing. Yes, we deal with it every day. I am talking as a frontline worker. I'm a healthcare worker. Every day I am on the field, hearing sad stories, especially from old people. Old people in this country are suffering now, very badly. Very, very badly. I spend a lot of time. Sometimes I am allotted to spend an hour, but the human feeling in me end me up spending more time listening to the stories of woes of this. The elderly is suffering in this place. It's very dangerous to be old and at home in this country now. Something has to be done and fast. And that is the reason why I believe it is important for the administration to refocus, face domestic issues. There are more serious domestic issues than getting involved with Ukraine, getting involved with Gaza, yes, and all that. And then getting involved, not bringing the solution that will be good to all parties involved. Taking positions, yes, yes. Look at what is taking place in that place. Yes, that place is being reduced to rubble. We are all children of the Almighty God. No one is a more child of God than the other. Forget about the lies they lie to us. Every human being is a child of God. Every human being is an important child of God. Why is the world keeping quiet and watching exactly what Hitler did to the Jews in Germany? Yes, today Benjamin Netanyahu is doing a Jew. He's doing that to others. So is he like paying back? Is he paying someone back? And then he comes here. He's received as a hero with so much blood in his hand. The United Nations is not working. President Donald Trump talked about how disgusted he was with the United Nations. He talked about how disgusted he was with NATO. NATO, he did not want to have anything to do with. But today, he has gone back to taking America back to become a NATO ally. NATO is a racist organization. Yes, how to bring down the whole world to submission. Yes, I thought President Trump was going to think, he was thinking like alternatively to them. He came with humanity to solve some of those problems. But what we are seeing now is like a distance from what he promised. It's like a turning away from all the campaign promises he made as a candidate of the Republican Party. So what is the difference between him and Joe Biden? Yes, the policies he criticized Joe Biden about carrying out. Look at where we are. Yes, look at where we are. Yes, I am not a supporter of Hamas. If Hamas does anything, isolate Hamas, get Hamas, and not get the ordinary people. The problem I'm having is that the ordinary people are suffering, and they call Hamas. Those children are not Hamas. Those children that are being bombing the shit out of them, they are not Hamas. If there was Hamas, they knew where Hamas was. Let them go after Hamas and stop killing innocent children and women. Yes, that is the problem. And you see the whole world, even here in this country, you saw the big movement because it was too much. The cries of the innocent is going to the Almighty God. The whole of America, they could not take it anymore. It was too much. It was too much. You live here in campuses, they had to shut some campuses down so that they won't protest against the brutal massacre that is genocide. And we don't want to give it the name that is befitting to it because we want to play politics. Yes. Yes. President Donald Trump, I think you should rethink your policies. We want to see America great because it's the taxpayers' money. It is we who are paying taxes that suffer it. Yes. It's the American people, including those who are not able to feed, but who work, and taxes are deducted from their wages that are funding those wars. Give them something to hope for. Come back home. Take a close look at the healthcare delivery system in the United States. Take a close look at the educational system and craft a policy that will help young Americans, those who are born now and those who are unborn, so that they will have a pathway, they will have a trajectory to progress for which the United States has been known. From what it looks like now, America is derailing. America is dangerously derailing. America is fast becoming a pariah. The world is looking at America as something else. America used to be home for those who are having troubles in their countries. Yes. So when they come here, now they are handed. They can't come. So which means it's death. Like for me now, like for me who stays here, I'm having to deal with a corrupt government in Nigeria. Yes. I speak up against them. So can you imagine the kind of situation some people are in? So while the United States that offered hope in the past is dashing hope now, it makes this country something else. Can we go back to the drawing board? Can we start thinking about a more humane America? I know President Donald Trump can do it. You came with the Bible. You came with the scripture. You came with the story of God. Go and walk in line with what God has told you, or what your conscience, your God in the conscience is here, right here. If you have conscience, it is time. Bring this whole thing home. Free the people of America. Let them have access to food. Let those who are sick, who depend on medication for them to be okay, give them access to medications. Rein in on the insurance companies. The insurance companies are killing Americans. The insurance companies are killing Americans. The insurance companies. They are not regulated. How come they are not regulated? Whatever they want, they get. And the people suffer. Yes. Do something so that healthcare will be accessible. And not only accessible, it will be affordable. It's time. Your opinions, please. Let's read what some people are saying here. All right, let me read. Hi, bro. Mebrato, nice to meet you again. Yes. Taxpayers first. Agree with you. The taxpayers, those who pay the taxes, should enjoy the benefits of their taxes. Not taking their taxes to go fund war somewhere outside there. And who benefits from this war? Who benefits? Yes. Why not fight the insurance company here? Beat them down. Regulate them. That they stop playing God. I've seen cases where the insurance company will say that you have exhausted what is allowable to you. And then if you are suffering from a long-term ailment, which means you have to die. So they sentence people to death here. And that is genocide, corporate genocide. President Trump, come back home and do something right in that direction. Yes, many people are talking about it, but no ears is being paid to it. The insurance company should not be doing what they are doing. Not at all. Yes, it's not like the country does not have, they have access, they have the best world-class medical facilities, or as the tools that is needed to make Americans feel better. But Americans watch it like for the rich. And then the insurance appropriate what you can get. And then once you get to that level where they don't feel comfortable again spending for that money, your money, and they will tell you to go and die. Yes, that is inhumane. That is unacceptable. That is objectionable. Yeah, that is wicked. And they need to be tackled and tackled down. The President of the United States and the Congress have the power to do that. Do it for the people. They are crying. They are perhaps they don't have enough voice to channel it the way they ought to. I am speaking as a frontliner, on their behalf, that something be done and done now, not tomorrow. There's a war going out there. People are dying for lack of access to medical care, for lack of funds to fund the cost of their medications and treatment. I am telling you from the point of view of somebody who sees these patients at the end user level. Yes, I am speaking their message. I am carrying their message. Please, sir, have mercy. Please, congressmen, do something about this, because that is the reason you were elected. Why do you develop cold feet on issues like this? These are very serious issues that you know. You may be able to afford it on your own because of the access you have. But I don't have the level of access you have. Some other children don't have the access they have. There are children who are in orphanages. There are people who don't have access to anything. Yes, they can't afford all this. So when they are sick or they are so sick, they have to die because the insurance company says so. Yes, I have lived through this. I know what I am talking about. I am very passionate about this healthcare delivery system in the United States. It makes you look like this is not America, for real. It makes you feel like you're in Nigeria. If Nigeria own, the Nigerian own is that there is nothing at all. Nothing to look forward to, but America, you see the tools are there. Everything is there, but you cannot access it. No, it has to change. It has to change. The president, Donald Trump, and the members of Congress, and all those key policy makers, it's time. The insurance company leader, listen to me now. You are making too much gains for the no service that you give to the people. You are no gods that appropriate the life of people. Yes, you exist for profit, but you are making a killing. You are killing the people. You are destroying the people. Yes, you are destroying the people. You are destroying the people. Yes, FDA food, the food and the beverage companies, you are killing the people. Yes, you give them food that is not good. The regulation of the food industry here is at its worst. Americans should not be exposed to the kind of food that they are fed here. I would think that a president with a vision will look into this, the type of food people eat, the food that makes you sick, the food that gives you hypertension, the food that jacks up your cholesterol. Every 40-year-old going up, even less, is suffering from high cholesterol problem. Heart diseases, yes, is the #1 killer in America. America knows this. Yes, those who administer America knows that heart diseases related to the heart are #1 killers in this country. They are #1 killers. It's not like it's something that they don't know the source. The source is the bad food. The source is the bad oil that people are allowed to use to process food. The source is the processing material that they use to preserve food. They know that. Other countries in Europe have been able to address this. America is not addressing it. Yes, because America is driven by those who are driven by profits. Yes, they control administrations here. They lobby lawmakers so that they will not pass bills that will curtail their evil. Yeah, this is bad. A president of America is a president of all people, a president of unborn generations, because the policies you craft today could negatively or otherwise impact their lives. This is where we want President Donald Trump to take action. Yes, a lot of people are dying from heart diseases here. A lot of people are dying from high blood pressure. A lot of people are dying from diabetes. Yeah, and all this, the etiology of all this related to food. What the people feed on. Wrong food. Yes, wrong food. Yeah, it's a massacre that is taking place. And I would think requires a presidential emergency action. Yes, the food policy here has to be rethought. Even the medicine that they give to people when they are sick, they cause more diseases. I bet this is how the economy of the United States runs. An economy of a country should not run on the pain and sorrow of its people. Yes, America needs to do better. You can do it. America can produce a happy people. America can cut back on what causes obesity in this country that leads to diabetes and the heart conditions. Yes, it's all about the food and the medication. You are sick of a high blood pressure. They give you medicine that will cause more diseases, and that those diseases will need more medications to take And every medication causes a side effect that requires another medicine to stop the side effect. And before we know it, a young man of my age, I see some people of my age, yes, they take up to 20, they pop 20 tablets every day, sometimes 3 times in a day. So they live off of medication. This is a country under the influence of medications. It can be done. The food is the food. Yes, here it now is the food. Yes, there are a lot of scientists here. It's the food. I think this an area, an emergency should be declared. Not Ukraine, not Gaza, not anywhere else. Let it start from here. When Americans are happy, then we can extend a helping hand to other places. This is not right. And this is where we want the president to take action on. Yes, take action on it. And your name will go down in history as the president who put America back on the path of recovery, total recovery. And the president who made America truly great again. Yes, President Donald Trump, over to you. So we're listening. Let us take some more messages here. All right, they still have our hostages. Okay, who is this one talking about hostages, right? All right. All right. It said tell Hamas to give up. We can talk about peace. Or Ohio Prio. I am not a speaker for Hamas, but I know that peace cannot come, genuine peace cannot come without justice. When you talk about peace, that's what Peter talks about, equal right. Everybody is talking about peace, but nobody talks about justice. You don't force peace. Bring about justice, and then peace will come naturally. And the peace that will come with justice comes in perpetuity. You don't have to fight it. You don't need bazookas. You don't need AK-47. You don't need bombs to enforce peace. If bombs were enough to create peace in Gaza, you know when this whole thing started since 1948, even beyond, from the days of Abraham, that's when this whole crisis started. Yes, there has not been justice. Justice is the only thing that brings about peace. If you like, the young people, the children that are born in that place, all they know is hell. That they don't know anything about happiness. All they have known all their life is sorrow. They expect to be bombed every day. Bombing has become something normal for them. I don't even understand if you don't want to be in their position. I have been near that. I know every day you are expecting the worst to happen. Yes. We got to free Palestine. What is needed there and what has been advanced in the past has been a two-nation approach. Let the Palestinians build their country. Let them be their country. And forget about this apartheid policy. Yes. Let the Palestinians build their country. And let Israel be Israel. Build its own country. All right? Two-nation option. Some of the wisest people have made this advancement. But some people who do not want this crisis to end will continue. Look at the greatest Israeli prime minister. Yes, the man of peace, Yitzhak Rabin. Yitzhak Rabin came with a determination for solution. They solved the problem. What happened? Just as that agreement was reached, they killed Yitzhak Rabin. Netanyahu has not come to solve anything. Netanyahu is not a man of peace. Why the United States keep backing him is something that I don't understand. Netanyahu has so much blood on his hand. He doesn't know peace. He wants to level that Gaza. For what, I don't know. And then when people tell me about God in this whole thing, That you mean God will openly allow people to be massacring children? And you go and pray to that God. Which God are they talking about? When they talk about God in this direction, which God are they talking about? Is it the same Almighty God that I know? Or is another God? Maybe it's another God that loves drinking blood. Blood of the innocent, children and women who have nothing to do with what they say Hamas is doing. Why bomb them? Why kill them? The other day, a few days ago, children who went to scavenge for food, they bombed them. Yes. What is this whole thing about? What do some people want? Yes. Isaac Rabin was murdered. And since then, the hope for peace has remained a mirage. In that, we say, free Palestine. Free the people of Palestine. Let them build their own country that can exist side by side with the state of Israel. Let us end this war. America has a great role as a neutral umpire and not a biased umpire to end this war. Why is it that President Donald Trump can be the one who can bring this war to an end in line with his campaign rhetoric to end all the wars? Yes, and not escalate them. Yes, are you afraid of speaking the truth? Are you this is a time the Almighty God is calling on all of us to rise up and speak the truth. Speak the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Speak the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Yes. Matthew Howe, he said Palestine isn't a place. That is new to me. Can you talk about that? Yes. You need to read to understand. Yeah, if you have never heard about Palestine, you are hearing it today. Yeah, the place is under siege. It has been under siege since 1948, when Europe, gave part of their land. They say it's the United Nations, gave a part of the land there to Israel. Yes, the Israelis needed a place, but they can coexist with others. They should not become monsters. Yes, they should not do the same thing that Hitler did to them, that he killed over 6 million Jews, put them in a gas chamber and bombed them. Yes. And today, sadly, it's the same thing. Benjamin Netanyahu, a Jew, is doing to another race. And the world is not able to do anything. The world is not able to do anything. This is a time for men and women of conscience to stand up for the truth. Yes, now the United Nations can now find its voice because it has been fake right from the onset. The United Nations that cannot do anything. When they come to Africa, that is the only time they have power. They send missionaries who go there to steal mineral resources instead of keeping the peace. Yes. Look at what they turned the Congo into. Since 1961, the United Nations has been in Congo. What have they achieved? They go there. They go and be stealing oil, stealing goods, stealing minerals, stealing elephant stocks. Yes, that is what they go there to do. They don't go there to help the people. Yes, I remember, was it sometime last month? Yes, representatives of the Congolese government and their Rwandan counterpart came to the United States, yes, to Washington, to sign a peace treaty from over 10,000 miles away from Africa. That is home. Yes. What did the President of the United States say? That they secured mineral rights to mine, exploit minerals in Congo. It has always been the case. It has always been the case. And I bet you that peace is a fragile peace. Yes. Justice is needed. Justice is needed for peace to reign. Who killed Patrice Lumumba? 1961. Who killed Patrice Lumumba? Do you know how many Congolese died from the atrocious rulership from thousands of miles by King Leopold of Belgium on the soil of Africa? Over 12 million Congolese were massacred. And these are people who are now telling us about justice. They killed Patrice Lumumba, took his body to Belgium, dissolved his body in a concentrated acid. Yes, they melted him. The only thing they saved was the 2 teeth that they just returned a few years ago. But the fire is still raging in Congo. Yeah, the people who are supposed to be apologizing for their atrocities and return everything that they stole from Africa, they get worse every time. So I feel sick when I hear them want to behave as if they are men of justice. Your justice it doesn't mean anything if your peace, your talk about peace means absolutely nothing if it's not underlined by justice. The world has been so unfair to people who are weak, and this is exactly what is taking place. But I tell you this, no people in history has ever been perpetually subjugated. Yes, I felt so sad hearing that the Palestinians will vacate their land and be distributed into other Arab countries so that they could build something in that place. Build what? In some people's land. Is that fair? All right, October 6th and half of the 7th were good days until they were no longer. Why I got muted yesterday? Maybe you said something bad yesterday. If you were right, I apologize. But if you did something, because we are very sensitive here with what we do, we are sensitive. We don't support anything racism. We don't support anything hate, and we are not afraid of speaking it. That we don't like. We don't care who gets angry. That we do the right thing. We must do the right thing. That is what the Almighty God commands us to do. If you are a believer, you say you are a child of God, and you cannot do right, then I question you. Justice is not reserved for one people. Justice is reserved for all people. Everybody has a right to justice. Black, white, Indian, Chinese, and everybody. They have right to justice. All this darkness don't feel right. Yeah. All right, darkness anywhere is not good. So we men and women of conscience must love, respect. We must respect others. Yeah, we must not treat others as if they are lesser human beings. And that is what is taking place. So, we are calling on President Donald Trump, please, sir, return to your campaign promises. From the way things are, from the feelers, what people are saying in the open and in the media, it looks like you are derailing. Come back so that you will achieve your objective at the end. Yes, you had plans to end all wars. Keep the plan of ending the wars. Don't be so pressured into becoming a part of a problem that you had plans to solve. All right, Sandra Council. If people read the Bible, when God created man and woman to populate the earth, if he didn't do that, there would be no human race. Yes, absolutely. But when God created man and a woman, populated the world with men, he did not populate them to kill themselves. What happened? Why did some people decide that they are inferior and others that they are superior and others inferior? That is where the problem started from. So who made some people superior? So who made some people superior and others inferior? Did God create any man superior? Did God create any man superior? And did God make any man inferior? I want someone to show me where that was. I want to be shown where God Almighty took a microphone and broadcast that these people are superior people and the rest inferior. It's the creation of man. It's man that created them. All right, let's take some more comments here. It's a lot of them. All right, Sandra Aredios and Sharon Sutherland. But there have been many attempts at peace in Africa, but the nation is rocked with civil war. Your brothers and sisters fighting each other. For example, Rwanda, the genocide against the Tutsis. All right, if Africa could unite, you could be the most powerful country on earth. Very good, Sharon. I really appreciate this position or this opinion you shared. Africans, we are not people of war. Africans, we are happy. But I'm going to run you through what happened to Africa. Africa went through 5 things. All right? The first 2 things that they went through were the origin of what started taking place in Africa. Now, I want to inform you that all the countries in Africa, with the exception of Ethiopia, all the countries are fake. They were not created by the African people. Those countries were created by Imperial Europe. When they, after their Berlin Conference that took place in 1884 and 1885, I'm sure if you are not sure how much they teach you, they will not teach you that. If you are born in the United States or if you are European, they are not going to teach you that. They will not teach you those truths. Africans were living happily. What the Africans had as countries then were kingdoms. And they had kings. And they had ways of administering themselves. They had ways of administering justice. So now, the first thing they did, they came and took Africans in captivity, slavery. 2 groups were responsible for the slavery of African people. Africans are very welcoming. We don't hate people. We love people. So the first people who enslaved Africans were the Arabs. For 700 years, the Arabs took Africans into slavery. And you want to hear what happened during those 700 years? All the male slaves that they took from Africa were castrated. Why did they castrate them? So they will not cross-pollinate with Arab women and then have black children or black Arab children. Right? 700 years. 700 years. Then when that was over, the Europeans decided to take their turn. For another 400 years, the transatlantic slavery that brought people to the United States against their will and took them to parts of Europe. If you go to Portugal, you will see vestiges of black people, not just the new migrants. You go to England, you see a lot of black people. All right, you go to Portugal, the same thing. You go to Spain, the same thing. Yes. How much Germany did and not, I don't know, but I know they were involved too. Europe is the problem of the world. They created all that has made the world the hell it is. 400 years of European slavery. They brought millions of black people here to the United States and the West Indies, up to Jamaica. Yes. Now, subjugated them, changed what their belief system was, put them in a new environment, changed their names, gave them a new idea of God, why they are being subjugated, and they are told to praise the Almighty, the God. Right, so they messed up their minds. After doing that for 400 years, with millions tossed in the Atlantic for the sharks to eat, those who could not make it, so those who died along the way, they were tossed into the Atlantic for the fish and other wild animals in the sea to feed on. All right, 400 years that lasted. So when you combine 400 years and 700 years, that is 1,100 years of the slavery of the black people by the Arabs and the Europeans. All right? Now, when they ended, the subjugation of the black people in the United States did not end. On the backs of the black people, White House, Washington was built. The cotton fields around the United States were tended to by the black man, the black people, black slaves. They were so badly treated until they started agitating. And now you hear about Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Marcus Garvey was born on August 17, 1887, a descendant of slaves, born in Jamaica. In his early years, he migrated here to the United States, where he started his work of working for the respect for the black man. He formed a 6 million strong black man movement that inspired freedom fighters from thousands of miles from the United States and Africa to start the agitation for the decolonization of Africa. You see why we don't play with Marcus Garvey? That was inspirational, that was spiritual. Somebody who had been disconnected from Africa. That blood is thicker than water. All right, let's put it there. In 1884 and 1885, some European leaders came together in Berlin, Germany. That's what we hear as Berlin Conference. I don't know if they taught you that history. They're not going to teach you that. You have to look for it. If you're a black person, you have to look for it. If you are white, they're not going to tell you that. They're going to present it as if something of valor. Yes, that they are so proud of subjugating another people in such frightening numbers, millions. And you know what? Nobody talks about the millions of black people that were tossed in the Atlantic. Nobody talks about the 700 years of slavery as anything. Nobody talks about the 400 years of transatlantic slavery. Yes, of the African people. They don't talk about this as, they talk it as it is a rhetoric. It's okay. But you know what? 6 million Jews that Hitler massacred in Germany. The Jews were paid a reparation for it. That was how they resettled them in where they are right now in 1948. They were not there. They were scattered all over the world. What we hear about the ownership of land was what we heard from history, from biblical injunction. They pointed in that direction as the home for the Jews. The United Nations, especially by the European powers, found a way and settled them there. 1948. That was when that place started. Nobody talks about the millions of black people because they believe that the black people don't matter. Nobody's talking about that. All right? What Hitler did was heinous, wicked. And it pains to see Netanyahu doing the same thing with even more lethal weapons. If we are children of God, we should be children of conscience. Our actions must be driven by our conscience. The world has suffered so much bleeding. Africa has taken the most hit. Yes. And Africa is still taking the most hit. In 1884 and 1885, they came together under the chairmanship of Chancellor Bismarck, the Chancellor of Germany at the time, in Berlin. They call it Berlin Conference. What did they get there to do? To plan how to into Africa now. Because it was they sensed that it would be more profitable to enslave Africans in their homeland, and then with unfettered access to their resources and mineral resources. Yeah, mineral and natural resources. In addition to controlling the people however they wanted. So that was when after that meeting, after that conference, it took them 2 years. They drew the map of Africa the way they wanted. The Germans went this way. The British came to West Africa and some parts of Central, Eastern Africa. Now they started establishing territorial interests. Yeah. Yes. Spheres of interest. That's why you had Nigeria. You have Ghana. All right, for the British. The part of Cameroon was for the Germans. The other ones taken by France. The whole of Central Africa was France. Little France. And Little Britain doing all this. Yes. In East Africa, they took Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda. All right? Okay? And then in Southern Africa, and you want to hear the story of South Africa, how South Africa came into existence. Some people left Holland and parts of Germany upon a prophecy that was fake in the Bible. They found a Bible verse that fitted their narrative. 1652. They came there, that God gave them a land in Africa from Europe. Yes. That's how they occupied South Africa. And then later started the apartheid policy. You got to know history in order to be free. If you don't know history, you will never be free. You will remain a slave. So coming back to what they did in Berlin, after the Berlin conference, they all moved in different directions to occupy countries. That's how they created fake Nigeria. Nigeria is a fake country. That's where I come from. That is fake is sad enough. That after independence, we are still not able to put it together. It's more annoying. And then the reason why we are not able to put it together is because of the fingers of the imperial powers. Now that addresses your question. Why we are fighting. We are fighting not because we want to fight. We are fighting because of the manipulation by imperial powers. And that is why people like me are coming up now to say, hey, let us pause this fight. Let's go back and look at who we were before they came. Were we fighting one another? Why are we fighting? How long are we going to continue this fight? We have damaged ourselves. They have been benefiting from twofold. They will arm us. We pay them for their various arms. They come back here, dig our minerals. And then when they decided that the war, or when anytime they decide that we should stop fighting, they will come and bring their companies to reconstruct our state capitals and our infrastructures that they destroyed. Yes, and we still go ahead and pay them. And this is why Africa must unite. That's why what Marcus Garvey saw and what he preached. That's what Kwame Nkrumah, Emperor Haile Selassie, Sekou Toure, Modibo Keita, and all the rest of them saw in 1963 when they formed the Organization of African Unity. Yes, very strong organization at the time. But what happened? When all those who started it, they were the leaders of their various countries. What did they do? The imperial powers came, bribed some Africans, gave them money, and then started killing them, and started overthrowing them. Yeah, they funded the overthrow of Patrice Lumumba in Congo. Killed him, took his body, and then destroyed him. Yes, and they put their puppet in power in Congo. Since 1961, Congo has never known war. Yes, it's been like that everywhere. 6 years after independence in Nigeria, Nigeria went up in flames. Civil war, that was a genocide. Massacred over 5 million Nigerians. The worst African tragedy, if not even the worst in the world. 5 million Igbos were massacred. Why? Who made it possible? Imperial Britain. The same thing they did everywhere. Yes, Uganda had its own. If you hear about meeting Obote, yes, and all that. Kenya had its own fair share. Everywhere they went, they set off this flame burning. You see why Africa is the way it is. Why Africa, we find it difficult to find our rhythm to bring the continent together. Even as we are walking, they have their puppets all over Africa that will go back and be telling them the next plan the Africans are making. Look at Cameroon, for instance. Paul Biya, 94-year-old man, is still their president. He cannot even raise his hand to say hello. Every 4 years is on the ballot. Why? Because that's what France wants for them. They messed up the brains of the citizens there. I think it's in recent time now they started thinking. The same thing they did in Senegal. The same thing they did in Burkina Faso. The same thing they did they are doing in Ivory Coast. They did in Ghana. They removed Kwame Nkrumah and put General Kotoka as president. Yes. And look at, they wreck that place because of the gold in Ghana. Nigeria is suffering because of the oil. Our oil does not benefit the people of Nigeria. You see what it is now. So when we are telling people where we are dealing with, you don't understand us. Why are so many Africans here? They have no business being anywhere outside Africa. Yes. Yes. What they are doing, they are taking their resources, and it's only natural that the people now start pursuing the trajectory of where their resources is going. So when you insult Africans about being here or anywhere, think, go back and learn their history. Learn what is making them move. Yes, it is so sad the way things are in Nigeria, for instance, and the rest of Africa. We need to put it together. Well, this is not the reason for this, but it has a connection to what is taking place. Let us look for a common ground, justice for all the peoples of the earth, and then everybody will be free. All right, so that's what it is. And now let me take another question here. All right. Let me see this. Okay, we are way too nice, and we still do this shit in Africa, and they treat whites so good and look down on their brother. It's colonial mentality. We have to stamp that out. So we have to respect ourselves and respect other people. Yeah, I agree with what you say, because I've seen it many times going back to Nigeria, offering them solutions that will help grow the country. They will not. But somebody who did not go to school here has a suit in him, his skin color is different, he will go and talk stupid and they believe him. It's colonial mentality. But people are getting wiser with time, with all these messages that we share. We know. We are in classes here with people from other backgrounds. You see how we excel. So that goes home to explain that we are far better than we have been told that we are. It's in our hands to make ourselves and build our continent. One thing we must do is to stop puppets from coming to power. And this is the reason why those of us who support Ibrahim Traore must continue to support him and encourage more Ibrahim Traore to come out from all over Africa, so that the oppressors will have more than enough on their hands, and then leave the continent alone. And even as much as we want to do business with the rest of the world, they will come to us with respect and not as a conquered people who must be shoved, that they will shove anything they want down our throats and will be saying, thank you, sir. No, that is not what it is. All right. Okay, and I know that history. Okay, and World War II, how many millions were used as cannon fodder? They used a lot of Africans to fight a war, 2 wars that they have no business with. That was the World War II that they created. It was a tribal war that involved Imperial Europe. We have no business, but African people came and fought for them because they were lazy, especially France. Was lazy. It took Africans to come and fight in their defense. You see that we are buffalo soldiers. We are never tired. I don't know any race that will take in what we have taken. Here, 5 events. I'm talking slavery, colonialism, imperialism, apartheid, and now globalization. How many races we take it? Our races will take it and still be standing. Yes, we are something special. So please, let's respect one another. That is what our message is about. All right, coming back to the United States. Thank you very much, Ray. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, thank you. Yes, we need our resources. Yes, but we need to share with the world. That's okay. The Almighty God gave us more than enough to share. What we need is a good leadership to manage those resources, and then to know what to give out and what not to, and when to give out, and the cost of what we give, and enough to create job opportunities for our people so that they won't be going out to other countries where they are disrespected and treated like dogs. So this is what it is. And they have to pay for what they did. Oh, all right. So, yes, going forward, we need men of justice. And that's that. So coming back to the United States, I'm appealing to Donald Trump to return to his campaign promises. Yes, the 2 areas that he must work on. 3 areas actually. Healthcare. He must declare an emergency on healthcare. Healthcare is too expensive for the common man here. America has all it takes to make healthcare free and accessible. And where they cannot make it free, they can make it affordable. So the cost of access to healthcare here will tear your heart down when you see the bills coming. Yes, it's not what America should be known for. Yes, capitalism is part of the problem. It's too extreme here. Yes, it doesn't give a human make of kindness. No, the cost is too much. If Canada can afford it, I don't understand any reason why America cannot afford it. If Britain can afford it, I don't understand why. If Germany is able to provide really good healthcare for their people, America can do a lot better than that. So let's focus on that. I hope Donald Trump will be hearing this so he can do something in that direction. And all those who are returning, who are in the Congress today, for all these things that they are doing to bring Americans to their nose, they know how Americans react. They should know that the midterm election is coming. The midterm election is coming. Yes, the midterm election is coming. So if you are one of those who blindly support policies that hurt Americans, you will not go back to the Congress. Yes, I trust. And that is where Americans differ from Nigerians. Americans are very smart people, very intelligent people. Yeah, you can't bribe them. You can't make them look stupid 2 times. So when you fuck up, they're gonna fuck you up. And that is exactly. So those in Congress today who are riding high for whatever reasons, and to create policies that are hurting the country and its citizens, they will not go back to that Congress. It's going to be one of the toughest, the best contested election. It's going to the contest. I look forward to it. Yes. So the area of healthcare needs an emergency war declaration. It's too much. It breaks my heart. It's just too much. It's just too much. People are dying silently. Yes, but they don't talk about that. No, that's too much. People are suffering. People have to make choices between buying food and buying medication in this great country with everything in it. Is too much. The cost of buying groceries has skyrocketed way out of control. And I remember that's one of those things President Trump used as a campaign rhetoric. I hope he's saying it. I hope These intelligence service, economic intelligence services are doing, telling him the truth about the cost of living in this country right now. Yes, the rising cost of housing, rising cost of purchasing grocery, and everything. Yes, contrary to what he promised during his electioneering campaign. Yes. Then what the people eat here, the food the people eat here, the quality of food that the people eat here, the food that seems like more chemicals than true food that are ravaging the people, giving them, creating more diabetics, creating more hypertensives, and creating more people with a cholesterol problem because of bad oil that they approve for use by food processing companies. It's time America declares a war on that. Education and funding. Yes, funding of education that is being cut is going to throw millions of young Americans out of access to education in this country. It's something to revisit. I don't know the reason for all the cuts. I don't understand it. Yes, and the cut in healthcare is choking the people so badly. And then the pharmaceuticals are not helping matter. Yes, the medication that the people are taking are causing a lot of side effects that lead them to taking more medications. It's something that the president must take action on. Yes, but the origin of all this is the food. What people are eating are not essentially healthy. It's not everybody that have enough money to eat what is healthy. The majority, yes, the majority are the people suffering. It's time something is done. So with this, we come to the end of this stream, this live stream, on something that is so critical and so important to the citizens of this country. And you know, when America is safe, America is great, the world erupts up on the world. So America should lead again. America should be at the forefront of changing things, starting from changing its domestic policies here, working on the United Nations, yes, to be more democratic, because the democratization of the United Nations is key to its success. That organization has been a disaster, a total failure since its inception. In fact, it has outlived its usefulness. Who cares about the United Nations? They represent nothing good for the people of the world, except those who control it. We are tired of the way the United Nations is. We want to see an Africa that has a voice at the Permanent Security Council apparatus in the United Nations. So thank you very much for being part of us this evening again. And if you have not subscribed yet to our channel, we invite you to do so, and so that we can continue to grow organically, while we continue to create all those very, very excellent contents that will enrich you and benefit you, and expand your knowledge about things you thought you knew before. Bye for now. Much love from us. Bye-bye.